Check it. Hey, what up, family? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we'll be looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. The Shills can do nothing about what AMC is about to do. That's why this video is called AMC is about to rally, and the Shills can do nothing about it. Why? Because we're going to be looking at the technicals, fundamentals, and why AMC is about to see a pop to the upside, and why GME and AMC are both meme stock sleeping giants. We're also going to be looking at SPY as well, giving you guys your update and prediction, and quickly looking at BTC at the end and some other cryptocurrencies. So if you find that informative, go ahead and drop a like. Watch this whole entire video for all of the information. Without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're going to be looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. I'm going to explain to you why the two sleeping giants, AMC and GME, the two sleeping meme stock giants, are about to absolutely take off. And again, this video is not to hype you up and not to get you hyped up, just to get let down. I'm going to explain why AMC and GME are about to see a rally here in the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to show you guys why on the technicals and why we're about to see some bullishness for these stocks when people cannot believe it. AMC is about to rally, and there is nothing the Shills can do about it. So let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover SPY, and then I'm going to focus on the meme stocks. So SPY, I have a prediction for you guys. Basically flat here in pre-market. Then the market opens, we get a pop to the upside, retesting 485, 485.30, around that range, and then coming back to the downside. I do believe that SPY is topping out, but it is not topped out as of yet. Why do I think this? Well, I'll show you guys. As you guys can see, RSI is sitting at 67. RSI is sitting at 69. It's not yet overbought. It is close to overbought, but not yet overbought. I believe this whole entire market is overbought, and we are in a bubble. If you guys look at stocks like NVIDIA, you guys can see that NVIDIA has a lot of problems for maintaining the rally that's in. One, it's in a rising wedge that is a overall bearish pattern that breaks down. Two, you guys can see there's a massive gap fill to the downside that is definitely going to get filled. Three, if you go ahead and look at the weekly time frame, you guys can see that volume is on an overall downtrend while price is on an overall uptrend. You can also see, if you look at the monthly time frame, that RSI is on an overall downtrend, as you guys can see, while price is on an overall uptrend. That is bearish divergence on a massive level. This stock is overvaluated and overbought. The tech and AI rally and narrative is pumping and driving the market right now, and we are literally in a bubble similar to what we've seen in the early internet phases, where anything with the word internet absolutely exploded. Same thing in 2020 with crypto. Anything with the word crypto in it absolutely exploded. Now anything with the word AI in it is absolutely exploding, and of course semiconductors as well. And you guys can see this right now. The market is literally overbought, and I believe stocks like NVIDIA are completely overvaluated. And besides, you do not want to be buying at the top, because that is the point of maximum financial risk, everyone. That is the point of maximum financial risk. We also have the market in greed right now, and you do not want to be buying while the market is in greed, because you want to be selling the greed and buying the fear. So you do not want to be buying the top while the market is in greed. You always want to be buying the fear. That way you can buy the bottom and sell the top. Again, this is the point of maximum financial risk at the top. The point of maximum financial opportunity is the bottom. So I believe that the whole entire stock market, especially the tech stocks and AI stocks, semiconductors, are completely overvaluated, and we are in a bubble. Again, you guys can believe whatever you want, believe whatever you want, do whatever you want, but this is what I believe on my personal basis, looking at the charts, the facts, and the data. So I think the market is going to be due for a massive correction here. Obviously, you guys already know how I feel about that. But this is not going to be before, or not going to be before we see a rally to the upside. Again, I think we are going to tap that 485 again, like I said we would over the weekly update and prediction. I said, hey, on Monday, most likely we're going to pump to the upside, and I called it perfectly. I said, this is two things are going to happen. Either we're going to see a pump to the upside pre-market, and then it's going to come back down throughout the day, or the market's going to open up and it's going to pump and then come back down. Well, we did see that jump to the upside pre-market, and then a little bit of pop to the upside, and it came back down exactly as I said it would. Also, guys, I just want to point out that on Thursday, we do have GDP coming out. This is probably going to be bearish for the market because GDP is most likely going to come out low. And then on Friday, we do have some possible volatility coming out because we have PCE, personal income month over month, and personal spending month over month. So do be aware of Thursday and Friday as being volatile days for SPY and for trading. Right now, as far as SPY is showing, we're getting a lot of mixed signals. You can see on the hourly time frame that you have a red MACD, but on the daily time frame, you have a green MACD. On the 4-hour time frame, you have a green MACD. On the 2-hour time frame, you have red. A ton of mixed signals right now. We also have dojis being printed out, which is showing a lot of indecision. I believe that it's basically going to be what I'm showing you here is a pop to the upside, retesting 485 and then coming back down, in my personal opinion. And just to re-show you guys a little bit of technicals to go along with that, you guys can see that there are sell walls up at that 485 level for SPY. Let me see if I can find them here. Right there you go. Your 484, 485 level, there are sell walls up there for SPY. So that is where I'm thinking we will be seeing a overall top, in my personal opinion. If we do break past 485.25, you're going to see a nice move to the upside. But if you do get rejected from that level, it's going to be a big push down. And I most likely think we're going to be getting rejected based off what I'm seeing right now. But there is a possibility that you do see a slight pop above that before we start moving to the downside. But overall, I think SPY is going to need a major correction, because if you just look at the daily time frame, you guys can see there's no room to run. RSI is at 69, so there's literally no room to run for SPY. If you go ahead and look at the 4-hour time frame, RSI is at like 67, so there's nowhere for it to really go. The highest you could get is maybe one more leg up and then a massive pullback, because we're outside of the bands. We have RSI too high. Too much is going on, so SPY is going to need to see a correction. Again, you can see that we're outside the bands here on the daily. Price is going to want to snap back inside those bands. So when we do start coming back down, it's going to start coming back down quickly. So just be aware of that. Now let's go ahead and hop into GME. Show you guys what's going on with GME and the sleeping giants, and why I believe AMC and GME are about to rally. So GME, I just want to point out a few things here on the macro that I've talked about several times, but I just want to keep them in this video. So one is GME is breaking out of a massive falling wedge. 2, we have the Bollinger Bands constricting on the monthly time frame. 3, RSI is very low on the monthly time frame. 4, on the monthly time frame, MACD is starting to curl back up. If we go ahead and zoom in, I want to show you guys on GME. GME is also following the market cycle psychology stage, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. But basically, GME is following this thing to a T, and we can very, very easily track what GME is doing and where it's at in the phases based off it following this so cleanly. So right here is your anger, where it leads into a double bottom that pops up into a higher high, which then goes into a new low, lower than these lows, which goes into a V-shaped recovery, which then goes into a low, which is higher than this low, which leads into a disbelief rally. Now, let me show you exactly what I mean by that. You drop down into your anger. Your anger is a double bottom, which drops into a high. That high drops down to a new low with a V-shaped style recovery. That V-shaped style recovery leads into a higher low, higher than that last bottom right there, which leads into a disbelief rally. Not only that, GameStop is breaking out of a massive falling wedge. Again, this is all very, very bullish indicators for GME stock. Okay, very, very bullish indicators for GME stock, showing that we are going to have a new euphoria rally. It's going to be a new bull run. What is going to happen in this new bull run? GME is probably going to go to at least $70 at minimum. Okay, at minimum. The disbelief rally is probably going to take us to around $30. The fact that GME has over 48% of it locked up in computer share. This thing is prone to very volatile moves. You can see 48% locked up in computer share. And also we have 22.88% short interest for GME stock. So again, this thing is prone to very, very volatile moves. And if it does see a short squeeze, it would be absolutely massive with that amount of short interest. So what you could potentially see for GME is it start to run up past that $18 level. Once GME gets past that $18 level, using that as support, it's going to go for $20. Once we go to $20, we're going to get that gamma ramp starting to kick in, and that gamma ramp can kick into FOMO. FOMO is going to kick into possibly shorts covering. Smaller shorts will start first, then larger short positions. This is going to enter a feedback loop, which could possibly cause a short squeeze. But even if GME does not have a short squeeze, it is still going to have a decent rally to the upside. You guys can believe it or not, but both GME and AMC are setting up for recovery. This overall downtrend is going to end, and both AMC and GME are going to the upside. Price targets for GME are at $30, $40, and then we have a price target of $70. If there is a squeeze, I do have much higher price targets. Let me know if you guys want like a price target video down in the comments. I did do an updated price target video, but I could update it again with the new recent information that we have for GME and AMC. So let me know if that's something, if you guys are interested, down in the comments. But again, both AMC and GME are setting up for a move. GME's in a falling wedge. It is very, very technically set up for GME. What we're seeing, it's so easy to read. You have your uptrend, then you have your falling wedge, which leads into another uptrend. Well, GME, check it out. You have an uptrend, which leads into a falling wedge. I'll show you guys here. An uptrend, which leads into your falling wedge, which is going to lead into a new uptrend. Very, very easy to read. Also, that anger and then depression, very, very easy to read. So basically, we're just waiting for GME to recover. It's breaking out of this falling wedge. We're waiting for it to retest that $18 level, which it's going to now. I showed you guys this wedge a long time ago. Said that once it does break out of it, it's going to start heading towards $18. Well, lo and behold, it's starting to move up now. Once it does break above 18, that's going to give us that move to $20. And this is what we're looking at for GME. It is very, very easy to read. I do have plays for GME out in the Discord. I believe GME is going to have a bullish week. And this is why I say GME is going to have a rally. And again, this rally is at least going to go to $20, but we have a potential price target of $30 and $40 for GME stock. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys why AMC is going to set up for a rally and why I believe we're going to see this move, and then also show you guys what we could see for AMC as far as tomorrow. And I will be streaming this live tomorrow, so if you want to see more updates live tomorrow, go ahead and tune into this channel where I will have more live updates giving you guys technical analysis and predictions as they come out throughout the day. So go ahead and tune in tomorrow if you want to see that live technical analysis and predictions. So AMC did exactly what we needed to see today. It held these highs. It didn't come back down. It's doing exactly what we want. This is actually bullish. I know some people were disappointed, but guys, this is what we want and this is what we need. This is actually what you have to have a sustainable rally, because if you don't come up and check support, don't come up and check support, don't come up and check support, next thing what you're going to do is keep going up and up and up, and this is the similar situation that SPY's in. What happens is when you make those big legs to the upside, I'll show you for a similar example on a BTC, is that you're setting yourself up for a crash. That's not actually what you want. So you can see how BTC made a huge leg up here and a huge leg up here. Well, what ended up happening? It ended up capitulating all the way back down because it didn't have any support. But what happened here when it went up and checked support, 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 checked support. When it constantly checked support and coming back and checked support, it was able to maintain the rally to bring a boost back to the upside. But what happened when it started making big legs up, it started to get that no support. So once it starts to come back down, there's no support. So you see it coming back down very, very aggressively. This is why you absolutely have to have pullbacks in a rally, especially when you're trying to build a base to make a bull run. Now, I believe that AMC is actually bottoming, not financial advice. And I also believe that we are about to see a recovery back to the upside. All you have to really look at is RSI, guys. All you really have to look at is RSI. It's very, very simple. Look how low RSI is at. It's at 27. It's at 27. Whenever RSI gets this low, it's going to go back into overbought territory because we're too overextended, okay? Once it goes this low, for an example, it went this low back here. You can see how low it was back here when it was bottoming out from its last bull run. So it went into a bull run. Then it goes into a bear phase and it has to go down, 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 down. Well, it finally bottomed from that bear phase and is forming a bottom, RSI got extremely low. Then look what happens. You start to get that bullish divergence. Price starts to trend up, and then you go into a euphoria rally. Well, what is happening here? RSI is extremely low. We're bottoming out. What is going to happen next? AMC, believe it or not, is going to start trending up and going back into a euphoria rally. Now, again, this is going to take time. Things are going to take time, but it is happening, and this is what we want to see. What AMC is doing right now is what we want to see. You can see that the MACD is starting to curl up. You better believe that this MACD will flip green once again, and when it does, that is going to be a new euphoria rally. You can see that the Bollinger Bands are getting tight. Volume is picking up. That's because smart money and people are piling in down here at the bottom, because where do you need to buy? You need to buy at the bottom, the point of maximum financial opportunity, and not buy at the top, the point of maximum financial risk. This is where it's most risky and where you want to be selling. This is where you want to be buying. It is very, very clear on the charts. Now that we have all of this price action in front of us, it is very, very clear where AMC is at in all of this. And again, it is finally going to end this downtrend, bottom off of this lower levels, and start to trend back up, believe it or not. Now, I believe that AMC is actually setting up for a move to at least $9 to $10, okay? Once we get to $9 or $10, I do believe we could go higher, but right now we have a price target of $9 or $10 within the next couple of weeks for AMC. So I would say within like the next month or so, you're going to see AMC back at $9 to $10, believe it or not. I believe that the bottom right now is coming in at $4. What we could potentially see is one more retest, maybe a double bottom off of $4. I wouldn't be surprised if we had to come back down. So if we did see something like that, do not be surprised. But what we are seeing right now is potentially a move to the upside. And why do I say that? Because we're starting to get that cross to the upside here on the daily time frame. We do have green MACD on the 4-hour time frame. Yes, it is curling down, but it is still currently green. You guys can see that on the 2-hour time frame, we have the bands constricting. It is red MACD, but I think that is because we're going to probably consolidate for maybe a day or two before making a move up. What you really want to hold is the levels of $4.36. We want AMC to hold $4.36. We don't really want it to go below that, but right now it looks like it's setting up for a move which could possibly lead into a bigger inverse head and shoulders. Right here's your shoulder, right here's your head, and then it's starting to form your second shoulder. So if we can stay above $4.36, holding that throughout the rest of the day, maybe getting above $4.50, we can start forming that shoulder and start working our way back to the upside. But do not get discouraged if you do see downside, because this is what we need to see, this price action happen, so I can determine where the bottom is and we can determine where the technicals really are. But as far as the macro picture, guys, this is where we're at on AMC. The depression phase is starting to end. It looks like we're getting our V-shaped recovery on AMC, especially if we start going back up to about $5, $6 in that range. That's going to be that V-shape for sure. I need a little bit more price action before we know for sure, but it looks like we're going to get our V-shape, then get our higher low where GameStop's at, and then go into our disbelief rally. I believe GameStop is just slightly ahead of AMC in this whole scheme of fractal. So basically, GameStop is slightly ahead AMC, and what we're going to see for AMC is it start to make a V shape like this, then it's going to pull back, make a higher low, and then it's going to go into its disbelief rally. I believe that GameStop is going to help break the dam, and this is going to awake the sleeping giants, and it could correlate around the time that the market overall is ready to correct and pull back. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. Those are the technical levels to really look for. GME, you want to see if it can break above $15. If it can break above and hold $15, there's a decent gamma ramp there. That's going to push it to at least $16, $16.50. So we're looking for an explosive move from GME as well, as it's starting to break out of this falling wedge. I do have a trade in the Discord for GME, which a lot of people already took advantage of. They already took some profits when we had that pop to the upside. But I believe that at GME is actually about to break $15 again, and then continue up and move past $15. So both AMC and GME are setting up for a rally. Price targets for GME's rally is $18 to $20. Price targets for AMC's rally is $8 to $10. So now you guys have the price targets for AMC and GME, and why this video is called AMC is about to rally and the shills can do nothing about it, guys. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. And I just want to quickly point out that Bitcoin is approaching that 38K level that I was talking about. I do believe Bitcoin is going to continue on the bull run, but like I said, it needs to pull back. RSI needs to cool down. We need to let things correct because Bitcoin had some bearish divergence. We need to let this RSI cool down so we can have more room to run. So it's not like SPY. We need to have room to run. So we want this RSI coming down. We want this correction. This is what we want for BTC. I do expect it to come to about 38, maybe even 36,000. Right now it's holding these key levels, but look for 38 to 36,000 for BTC, and I might even be scooping up a little bit more at those positions. I do think we are going to go in an overall bull run. Let me know if there's any cryptocurrency coins that you want me to cover down below, and I will start looking at few different stocks here and there on the live streams. We looked at DWAC, PHUN, and a few other stocks today. So if you want, you can come on the live stream and maybe make a suggestion, and I will see if I'm willing to look at it, yes or no, but there is no promises. As always, y'all, I appreciate you if you watch to the end to see this rest of the video and see the end of the video. And if you want, go ahead and press like and subscribe for more content like this. And you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite, but that gives you the lifetime membership. It also gives you access to the exclusive community, and it gives you access to the trading signals that I give out in the Discord with sell targets, strike prices, and everything else for shares, call options, and more. As always, y'all, I appreciate you. Stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I appreciate it if you manage to watch the end, because TikTok has absolutely decimated attention spans. So if you're seeing this, go ahead and drop a like and let me know you watched the end of the video. Leave a comment, and as always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe, make money.